Hello friends, my name is Christiana Achenyo Onujan. I'm a student of Brigham Young University, Idaho, and I'm here to make a presentation on the topic, the differences in communication between male and female. Now, I have my general purpose, and my general purpose is to help educate and inform people about the differences between male and female communication. My specific purpose is to create an impact on people's knowledge of the differences between male and female communication. And I also have my thesis statement, and my thesis statement says that male and female communication differs, just like we know, in so many ways. For instance, if you watch, the women use conversations to express ideas, increase social connections, and build relationships. Women want to feel supported in all that they do. They also want to be heard, understood, and respected, while conversation from the male perspective is often more pragmatic. When women share their feelings, men strive to identify and solve their problems. So you see, it's just different. And that will lead me to my introduction. In my introduction, before giving my introduction, I would like to first explain what communication is. And it is an apparent answer to the painful divisions between self and others, whether in private or public. Jessica Sinado also stated in one of her books, it can also be an inner thought and outer world in male and female differences in communicating conflict. Coastal Carolina University on 15 December 2011. We also have the theories of gender differences, mainly include sociocultural theory by Wood and Eagerly in 2012. These theories are more complementary, and most of the findings of gender differences can be explained by one or more of the above viewpoints. Meyers, Levi, and Lokin in the year 2015 in Expansion, All Gender Inquire about strategies presently recognize socio-cultural components in brackets such as social and social path learning, generalization, media, and showcasing data. These hypotheses led the establishment for the consideration of sexual orientation contrast. And in my main body, I would also like to talk about this in detail. Females are always worrying about how the other person will feel during their interactions, while males typically care only about their status, their social status. Just like men, they always think of how to get chieftaincy title, getting different titles in the world, but women doesn't care about those things. According to Wood in 2011, masculine speech communities tend to regard talk as a way to accomplish concrete goals and exert control, preserve independence, entertain, and enhance status. And you can find that in page 130. The word instrumentality is used in Wood's explanation of masculine speech as a means to accomplish instrumental objectives. In other words, make their intelligence known. Men have been found to interrupt each other in conversation more frequently, and thus are noted for conversation command and speaking for longer lengths of time, though they may talk for a longer amount of time. Wood says that masculine speech tends to be direct and assertive, and you can see that in page 131. Compared to feminine speech, the masculine speech also tends to be more abstract as well as emotionally responsive than feminine interactions. While Wood points out that the differences that exist between feminine and masculine speech pattern. Armstrong in 2009 interprets the communication values of men and women based on whom they are interacting with, whether it be someone of the same or the opposite sex. Armstrong's research found that women's greater value for effective oriented skills in both self and cross-sex friendship is explained in part by their greater femininities. And you can find that in page 235. According to this study, women value effective expression of emotion oriented skills more than instrumental, that's competitive oriented skills, which explains why women are less content with their cross-sex relationship than men. It was found that the sex of the friend who also has an influence on communication values. There were, however, no differences in the men's instrumental skills values and those of the females. Both Wood and Armstrong's research compared the value of communication to males and females. The worth of communication to a male is not equivalent to the significance a female places interaction. According to Wood and Armstrong, men are emotionally responsive with others, while females' conversations thrive on establishing and maintaining relationships by expressing their feelings. Due to the differing views of communication, the content of conversation may differ from one sex to another. William and Vandy studied in 1992 investigated communication patterns in all male, all female, and mixed sex groups. In their studies, they found that men are task-oriented. Their research results are consistent with previous research suggested that men have task-oriented communication pattern while women communicate social emotionally. Lastly, I want to say that many relationship difficulties can cause partners to feel triggered, and ineffective communication can lead to feelings of anger, hurt, fear, and worry. That was stated by Dr. Carol Gilgan, a Harvard psychologist, who states that men and women may speak different languages that they assume are the same. You see, so, and this can also lead to divorce when partners, like couples, they don't communicate effectively. You find out that the rate of divorce would increase in our society. I love you all, and I know that you've learned a lot. See you next time.